What's good, everybody? It's Andrea here. So it's my turn to do a vlog. And I was like, what am I going to talk about in my vlog this week? I thought maybe I'd talk about my trip home to Fargo and preparing for the anniversary stream. So some of you reached out to me and said, hey, why didn't you do a meetup? You were home in Fargo. We're not that far from there. And to that I would say, because it was designed as a trip to just see some of my family. My grandparents are getting older, and if you recall, it was part of my New Year's resolutions to talk to my grandparents more. Haven't seen my dad for a while, and I got two baby nieces and nephews. Well, technically one niece and one nephew. Anyway, it was a nice trip home. I went to a new place for dinner, which is a big move for me because generally when I go home, I go to the same three places. And it's usually not because I love the food particularly much, even though Mexican Village is my number one jam. It's because it's just the most convenient, easiest thing to do. Do you have that place in your hometown that you're like, it's just easy comfort food? It's not necessarily food that lights the world on fire with its quality or its flavor. It's just there and it satisfies, and that's sometimes all you need. I know that feeling. Hopefully you do too. But the trip overall was really good. I had a good time. I gambled with my dad one night and lost money because in North Dakota, they have blackjack tables and pull tabs in most of the bars at night, which is kind of fun and also very dangerous. But I guess the good news is the minimums were only $3. So at least I didn't lose that much money that quickly. But I am excited about going back in October for the meet and greet and the charity event that we're working on. So I'm going to have more details on that later in the summer. It's still a little early. We've got this little thing on the horizon called E3, which you might have heard about. So we're in the planning phases for what we're going to be doing there. Don't have anything to announce yet, but definitely working on some stuff behind the scenes, some cool stuff for you guys. And it should be fun. And we are planning a short meet and greet in LA during E3. So keep your eyes peeled for those details. And of course, the anniversary stream is this weekend. I have to admit, it's not going to be as robust as it was last year. It's going to be much shorter because Steimer's got some family stuff going on, so she can't be around for most of the weekend. And Brittany's also got family stuff going on. Just the way that the timing ended up this year, we just weren't able to do a super long stream. And after we did our Patreon revamp in March, we're kind of like, well, we don't need to do like a giant stream this year. Let's just keep it simple. Let's not stress ourselves out too much. There's a ton going on, and we'll have plenty more opportunities to stream with you guys. In fact, we're doing the Patreon Q&A and the after hour stream the night before. So should be fun. I told Brittany I would get a cake. Don't know which flavor I should get yet. Thinking chocolate, because chocolate cake is the best, right? If you guys have any cake flavor suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, but I've got to order that puppy really soon. What else do I have going on that I can talk about for the stream? Well, we are going to be opening a bottle of champagne that was etched with What's Good Games on it that we received last year. Yes, I've been holding on to it for a whole year. I am very proud of my self-control for not having opened it yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and pat myself on the back for that one. Hey, listen, you got to give yourself some little victories every now and again. Other than that, though, we're planning to do a Q&A, which is going to be open to everyone. You guys as patrons know that you get the Q&A every month, but most of our other fans don't. And so we thought we would do that, and that would be fun. And then we're going to play something. Britt is trying to convince me that we should play Five Nights at Freddy's, of course, because it's Britt. I'm not surprised. I told her that I would be up for it. I don't know how Steimer's going to feel about it. But if you guys have some suggestions, don't forget, we need suggestions for the after hour stream. If you missed last month's, it was Brittany taking your suggestions and suggestions from me and Steimer and doing Microsoft Paint, which is pretty fun. But maybe we actually play something this time. Lots of good games coming up. And yeah. So that's what's happening this weekend. Should be fun. And then Sunday night is episode 5 of Game of Thrones. I can't believe there's only 2 episodes left. It's wild and also kind of sad. If you guys haven't been watching Kind of Funny's Game of Thrones in review, highly recommend it if you're a Game of Thrones watcher. I'm the keeper of the plot, and I try to keep the show on track. I think I do a pretty good job. But we could discuss the episode and kind of give it a little bit of a review in air quotes here. I don't really review much of anything, but, and then what else do I got going on? And then Monday, so we're actually recording, for people who watch that live, we're recording that Sunday night because Monday morning I fly to Los Angeles for the third time in a month to go to pre-E3 Judges Week, the Game Critics Awards preview period. So essentially this is my third year as an official judge, but it's my 7th year going as an invited attendee. So essentially what I do as a judge for Judges Week is I go down to LA and go to back-to-back appointments for 4 or 5 days in a row. And I play a bunch of video games and I take a bunch of extensive notes. Essentially, it gives us the opportunity to see some games ahead of E3. So we're not trying to cram a ton of games into a very short amount of time. Sorry, I didn't turn my phone on silent. My bad. It's basically just a security camera being like, hey, did you know your camera's offline? And I was like, yeah, I know. I turned it off because I'm in the studio. Don't need to have the security camera on. Anyway, I digress. That's Judges Week. And then I'm home for 5 days. And then Steimer and I and Brittany fly to London. So exciting. I still need to select a location for the London meet and greet. That reminds me. I got to put that onto my to-do list. Got a lot of stuff to do. Anyway, now I feel like I'm just rambling. Thanks for listening, everybody. That's going to probably do it for my vlog for this week. But I hope that you guys join us at some of the cool streams that are happening, whether it be the streams the night before for you guys, for patrons only, or the public streams on Saturday, or both. Have a feeling they're both going to be fun. And after that, it's just going to be a wild ride from there until E3. It's very exciting. I'm going to try to pull some infographics too. I love a good infographic. All right. I clearly have a lot on my plate, to-do list, agenda, whatever you want to call it. And so I'm going to say au revoir, and I'll see you guys this weekend. Bye, everybody.